Okay, so saying again, wishing Brian get well from us, from Allie and coffee. I need coffee, but what have I done with my coffee cup? A few sips was just not enough. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? I cannot get through my morning now. My caffeine level is far too low. Let me see, where could it be? Perhaps I left it on my altar when I pulled my morning tarot card, or left it on the table by the front door when I fetched the newspaper from the yard. Nope, not there. Why does my coffee cup hide from me? Where is its undying loyalty? It's concealed, and this feels like the longest day of the year. If my cup is so cavalier, is it pouting because yesterday I made tea? But wait, I might have left it in the microwave. There are times when it stayed there all day. I will check. What the heck? God is caffeine, let magic flow. Guide my feet to my cup of joe. There you are, my beloved, tucked in the micro all this time. These moments of separation remind me that you are sublime. Of course, now it's cold again. I'll stay right here till the timer dings. Then I'll sip as the day advances into other circumstances. Now, where did I put my glasses? Mandolin tonight. Come back next week for the mandolin stuff. So again, we're Pan-Fried Music. I'm Allie, this is Jeff, and we want to wish Brian Flynn get well, and sending out our love to him. Well, you could suddenly shift it. All right, this is a song that I wrote from my imagination. This is not something that happened to me, but you've heard the stories of people who like dated when they were younger and they lose track of each other, and then somewhere later on they run into each other on Facebook or whatever, and then they rekindle some ancient romance. And so this is about these characters and how that happened for them. Ready? They came from the same roots, lived completely different lives, had nothing much in common, but the past they both had tried to put behind. They were recycled lovers in recycled love, recycled lovers with nothing to be sure of. Could it work? Should it work? After all this time, he saw her in that cafe, was suddenly 16. 40 years just dropped away, remembering what they once had been. She looked up and met his eyes and blossomed in a smile. Offered the chair by her side, that's when it all reignited. Recycled lovers in recycled love, recycled lovers with nothing to be sure of. Could it work? Should it work? After all this time, they talked of how they first had met, dating in high school, avoided talking of the end, how they'd hurt each other and been cruel. He said he'd never married, she said she was divorced. The teenage love they carried, well, back up with force. They were recycled lovers in recycled love, recycled lovers with nothing to be sure of. Could it work? Should it work? After all this time. They met that night for dinner. Over wine he held her hand, told the stories of their lives, shared their hopes and plans. They both had the thought, if we were meeting the first time, this isn't someone I would choose, so different from who I now am. Could they be recycled lovers in recycled love? Recycled lovers with nothing to be sure of. Could it work? Should it work? After all this time. She asked him in for one more drink, said he had the time. The moment that the door was closed, they were in one another's arms. The love-making astounding, they'd had decades to learn. Their connection was rebounding. They thought, we got to try this love again. Now they're recycled lovers in recycled love. Recycled lovers with nothing to be sure of. Could it work? Should it work? After all this time, they'll try. How's our